Okay, hello, this is Richard Stewart. I talk about different issues that affect people's health and their mental and physical health, um, and the medical system as well. One issue I'm probably going to get some flack for, and there are some people that are, man, they're staunch, you know, health nuts, and anything that's said negative about working out, they'll just get on the bandwagon to try to destroy someone. But I don't want to get on anybody's bad side about working out. My focus today is the I'm trying to say the emphasis that is placed on working out and taking care of yourself and what it means um, to be healthy and what it means to some people. And I'm just gonna kind of share this with you. I've always tried to take care of myself. When I was younger, I ran a lot. I worked out. I played sports. I really enjoyed working out. I wasn't that good at sports. My friends can tell you I was not that good, but I did enjoy working out, and I was good at working out. I was much bigger than I am now, much healthier. I didn't have a little tummy like I have now. I'm not really overweight, but I I've always tried to stay consistent, and that I guess that's what I'm going to try to get at, kind of what I see, and like I said, this is a sharing things for you to put your comments in and kind of share your thoughts about it. When I was playing football, I'm going to kind of relate this to training. Uh, when I was playing football, you know, we worked out really hard. I mean, I remember in the summertime when I wasn't playing football, I we I was in this workout program, um, and then when I was in football, we worked out like hours and hours, um, after school, because we were training for something. When people in the Olympics, when they're training for something, or when people are like the Tour de France, or they're boxers or something, people, or a sport, people are training, and that's understandable because they're training for something and they're working out really hard. But what I've seen is, and I remember I was part of this group one time, that it was a Navy guy. He was a Navy SEAL, and he started this Navy SEAL workout program for regular people, and they would do Navy workout training every day, and it was pretty intense. I mean, it was like for a full hour, you didn't know what you were doing every day. They'd meet at a park, it wasn't at the gym, and they would just go full speed for a whole hour, no water, nothing. And I noticed that uh, people that had been coming consistently, they didn't have a problem. The problem was people that had just started, and they would treat the people that had just started the same as the people who had been there, who had been working out, doing these hard workouts. And it was kind of the mentality that if they're not like going full speed, if they're not, um, if they're not running sprints and doing push-ups and doing these really hard workouts, that they weren't, quote, working out, that they weren't getting in shape. And I remember one time I saw this lady that we were doing these sprints where you would run, the military does, where you're running in a line, somebody, and the person behind you runs, the person in the way back runs all the way to the front of the line, and then the person in the back runs all the way to the front of the line. Everybody's running, and she was about to drop. And I remember the guy was like, "Oh, come on, push it, push it, push it." And she goes, "I can't do it anymore. I'm just, I'm tired." And I told the guy, I said, "Hey, She can't go anymore. Well, she needs to. She needs to try. She needs to push it. She needs to push. And I'm telling you, I almost hit that guy. Almost hit him. I said, if something happens to her, you're responsible. You're going to pay the medical bills. And it wasn't soon after that I just quit that program. I didn't like how they were treating people. That could have been me they were treating that way. Thank God I was in good of shape, but that wasn't right, man. And I see a lot of these people that are training every day, and they're training really hard, but they're not really training for a sport. They're not training for. They feel that in order to get in shape, you have to work out just as hard as you do training for football or training for, to be an MMA fighter and that's, to me, I've seen that's the mode of thinking of some of these people that work in they work at the gym. Somebody comes in there at the gym and they hadn't worked out in a while. They're fresh. They hadn't worked out in their life, and they come in and they put them on the same routine that they've been on. Like these, I mean, they're lifting weights every day, and oh, come on, do another set. Oh, you can go. Oh, yeah, and it just makes it. What happens? That person gets so discouraged, and they're thinking, okay, well, if this is working, if I have to do this every day, I ain't coming back. And it really, to me, I don't think that working out like that is, unless you're training for something, is necessary. I think 3 days a week, 30 minutes, walking around the block, 3 days a week is better than a lot better than nothing, and it's good for your body. Walking is one of the best exercises you can do, like a fast-paced walking. But I don't know what your thoughts are on this, because I just see a lot of people just pushing people, and you say, well, if you're not running 5 miles a day, then you're not being in shape. And it's like, don't try to make other people think because they're not training just as hard as you do that they're not getting fit. Your body still responds to exercise. And I found out that I didn't have, I had to figure out a balance. I'm with everything I got going on, I can't work out every day. And what I started doing is committing myself to doing something aerobic or some exercise every other day. Whether it be walking, whether it be swimming, whether it be going to the gym, lifting weights, I'll do something or they go hiking. That next day, nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm resting. And that's another thing. We, as a culture, we think that rest is bad. That resting is a bad thing. That if we're not going to the gym every day, if we're not, that we're doing something. And I'm going to tell you something. I think, I'm a firm believer, and this has happened to me, that you push yourself and you think like that, it will stress you out. Thinking that you've got to go to the gym every day, or you've got to do this thing every day. I hope I'm not stepping on any toes. If that's the way you want to do, that's fine. But don't push your workout on people, especially first-time people that are not. You working out should be fun. It should be enjoyable. It shouldn't. I don't even know why we call it working out, because at the end of the day, after you've worked 40 hours, the last thing you want to do is something that's got the word work in it, right? So I want to get your thoughts on that, and just share your comments below. Thank you.